Dating can be a daunting and sometimes frustrating task. Sure, we all crave companionship, but being able to meet the one isn't as simple as it sounds. We're human, after all, which means we've got preferences. From physical attractiveness to certain personality traits, we want to make sure that the ones we call bae really suit the term of endearment. In a survey by dating app Coffee Meets Bagel, 600 Singaporeans were asked about their various dating requirements. Time to ditch the deal-breaker list? Image courtesy of Coffee Meets Bagel. According to the Coffee Meets Bagel survey, fittingly called Ditch the List, 96% of Singaporeans wind up with somebody they didn't even expect. The survey shines light on the fact that the perfect somebody might not pass your lengthy list of dating preferences. Speaking of lengthy, the average single Singaporean has roughly 24 items on their deal-breaker list. This ranges from height, amount of body hair, personality, and much more. It basically differs from person to person. Despite all the variation, it's quite clear that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves and our potential bias to fit in a certain box. To put things into perspective, 7 in 10 Singaporean women are with a partner who only matches half or less of their original dating wish list, and a lot of them are happier in this case. However, it's important to note that people's dating priorities shift over time. This means they remove some items from their list and add new ones that hold more personal value. Singaporeans still agreed on some winning and not so winning qualities. 1. Let's get physical. Image at womanizer, unsplash. A top trait that seemingly everyone wants is fresh breath, ranking #1 for women and #2 for men. Add good teeth and a natural look into the mix, and you've basically got yourself a winner, appearance-wise. Singaporeans also love people who have great contagious smiles. And part of those dreamy smiles are dimples, which respondents said are part of their top 10 qualities in a partner. Sorry, no dimple gang. Coming to no one's surprise is the finding that women prefer tall men, with single females rating it as their #2 criteria. Men, however, prefer women with long hair as opposed to long legs. This consistently ranks in the top 5 among men of all ages. 2. Money talks. Image Usman Yusuf, unsplash. Doctors, teachers, and bankers are the most preferred professions in Singapore's dating world. In fact, 1 in 5 Singaporean daters said they'd reject a potential date solely based on occupation. When it comes to future planning, women are 2 times more likely to seek out a partner who earns more than they do. Where 23% of women preferred if their partners brought home more money than they do, only 3% of men feel the same way. Some brownie points that men could possibly use to their advantage is the presence of pets at home. The survey found that women love pets so much that they are 7 times more likely to seek out a partner who shares a similar love for animals. Pet owners are automatically more attractive in this sense. 3. Pet peeves that send dates running. Image Joshua Rawson Harris, unsplash. If you're generally a messy person, let's just say you might want to take up more neat habits. A staggering 1 in 2 Singaporeans would reject a potential date for being too messy. This pet peeve was particularly dominant among Gen X, aged 40 to 49, and baby boomers, aged 50 to 65. Leaning more towards personality traits, the tendency to initiate small talk at the pantry is a major turnoff. All respondents, especially women, stressed the fact that being boring is unattractive. Other things like chewing too loudly or oversharing on social media are also major pet peeves. But here's a fun fact, 1 in 3 Singaporeans have been dumped for their nail-biting habits. The generation gap. Image courtesy of Coffee Meets Bagel. Singaporean millennials, aged 26 to 39, place a lot of emphasis on partners who are physically attractive, affectionate, and good in bed. In fact, a good-looking partner is 2 times more important for millennial women than their baby boomer counterparts. 50% of millennials looked for partners that showed more affection, versus 38% among baby boomers. Millennials also prefer to be with someone who's good in bed, like animals, and has strong chemistry with them. Looking at baby boomers, this demographic cares the most about having a partner who's able to compromise, doesn't get jealous too easily, and is low maintenance. Among female baby boomers, partners who don't get jealous too easily are 2 times more important than among female millennials. 3 things that span all age groups are honesty, loyalty, and mutual respect. All respondents agree that these 3 things are the most important aspects of a long and happy relationship. Not all that glitters is gold. Image courtesy of Coffee Meets Bagel. Finding the right partner after being disappointed with the wrong ones takes a whole new mindset, says local dating expert Sherlyn Chung. Rather than being more stringent and heap on more expectations, look for partners who embody the values which encourage long-term stability instead. And, surprisingly, it usually isn't the person that you hit it off with right away, but the person you get to know gradually and eventually like. Chung adds that it might be a more fruitful experience to go for someone who isn't exactly your type. However, that person also has to be someone you don't mind getting to know. Give people you would have once passed over another chance. Your heart will thank you for it. Check out what these Singaporeans have on their dating deal-breaker lists. And if you're looking for a new bae, give the Coffee Meets Bagel app a go, available on both iOS and Android. Read more life stories. Single Malaysians feel safer going on dates with vaccinated people, survey finds. Survey: Singaporean women prefer dating taller, richer men. But there's a good reason for it. Sometimes healing from a breakup means editing an Instagram caption to call out your ex. Cover image courtesy of Coffee Meets Bagel.